Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Today, we're tackling a very common and frustrating issue: what to do when you've forgotten the root password for your Linux virtual machine running inside Proxmox. It happens to the best of us, whether it's an old VM you haven't touched in a while or a new one where you simply misplaced the credentials. Don't worry, there's a straightforward way to reset it, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step. This method works for most Linux distributions and will get you back into your VM quickly. You'll need access to your Proxmox web interface and the ability to interact with the VM's console. Let's dive in. First, step 1. Access your Proxmox web interface. Log into your Proxmox server using your web browser. Once you're in, navigate to the left-hand pane and locate the specific virtual machine for which you need to reset the root password. Select it so its details are displayed in the main window. Next, step 2. Shut down the VM. Before we can make any changes, the VM needs to be completely powered off. Go to the Console tab or the Summary tab for your selected VM. Click the Shutdown or Stop button. Confirm the action if prompted and wait patiently for the VM to fully power down. This is a crucial step to ensure a clean boot process later. Then, step 3. Start the VM and interrupt GRUB. Go back to the Console tab for your VM. Click the Start button to power on the VM. As soon as the VM begins to boot, you need to be very quick. Watch for the GRUB boot menu to appear. This is typically a black screen with options like Ubuntu or Debian GNU/Linux listed. Immediately press the E key on your keyboard when you see this menu. Pressing E allows you to edit the boot parameters for the selected kernel entry. Now for step 4. Modify the GRUB entry. After pressing E, you'll see a screen full of text, which represents the GRUB boot configuration. Look for the line that starts with Linux or Linuxify. This line specifies the kernel and its initial parameters. Use your arrow keys to navigate to the very end of this Linux or Linuxify line. Add a space, and then type init /bin/bash or, even better, rw init /bin/bash. The rw ensures the root file system is mounted in read-write mode, which is essential for making changes. This modification tells the system to boot directly into a bash shell, bypassing the normal login process. After modifying the line, step 5, boot with modified parameters. Once you've added rw init /bin/bash to the end of the Linux or Linuxify line, press Ctrl+X or F10 to boot the VM using these new parameters. The VM will proceed to boot, and instead of presenting a login prompt, it will drop you directly into a root shell. You will see a prompt like none / or similar, indicating you are logged in as root without needing a password. Next, step 6. Remount the root file system read-write, if necessary. Although we added rw in the GRUB entry, sometimes the file system still mounts as read-only. To be absolutely sure you can make changes, type mount remount rw/ and press enter. This command explicitly remounts the root file system in read-write mode, allowing you to modify files and reset the password. Finally, step 7. Reset the root password. Now that you have full root access, you can reset the password. Type password root and press enter. The system will prompt you to enter a new password. Type your desired strong password, then press enter. It will then ask you to retype the new password for confirmation. Type it again and press enter. If everything matches, you'll see a message indicating that the password has been updated successfully. Be sure to choose a strong password and remember it. The last step is step 8. Reboot the VM. After successfully resetting the password, you need to reboot the VM normally. First, it's a good practice to type sync and press enter to ensure all changes are written to disk. Then, type exec /sbin/init or simply reboot and press enter. The VM will now reboot using its standard boot process. This time, when it presents the login prompt, you can use root as the username and the new password you just set to log in. The temporary GRUB modification does not persist across reboots, so your VM will boot normally from now on. And there you have it. Your root password is now reset, and you can log back into your VM with your new credentials. Wasn't that simple? I hope this video was incredibly helpful and saved you some trouble. If it did, please give this video a thumbs up to let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more useful tech tutorials and tips, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.